Sports Podcast. And you already know, man, we got our man is back. Our man is back. Our man Sean. How you feeling, bro? You back on the show.
Hey,
How you feel?
hey, bro, I'm feeling good, bro. It's good to be back, man. You know, I've been missing the show. Oh, hold on.
Yeah, we hear you. We hear you. Yeah, we hear you. Yes, sir. That's good, bro. We uh we happy that you back, man, bro. Rap. You know what I mean? It definitely wasn't the same.
Oh, I'm still here.
You good, man. You good.
Y'all, I don't know why my joint be doing that now, bro. I don't be seeing you, but now it's cool though.
All right,
But
good.
yeah, gotta give a special thanks to Dennis for being there. Yo, Dre, what's up, bro?
Yo, Dre. Yeah, absolutely, man. We appreciate Harris, Dennis, man, for coming on that whole entire week, man, and really took over the reign, man. Special guest, and man, I'm very thankful, and we very thankful. You know what I mean? And it was good. It was good having him, and trust me, this ain't gonna be the last time
Yes,
he's
sir.
gonna be on the show for sure. But we appreciate it. But now the originals is back.
Yes, sir.
Originals back. My man came back from the islands. He's all fresh, ready to go, ready to tackle it. So that being said, man, ain't no time for pleasantries, man. We gotta talk about what's going on, man. What is going on in the sports world right now, bro?
Mm. Well, I mean, first we gotta talk about UFC, bro. The most recent fight. I know a lot of people have paid good money to watch this fight.
Yeah,
The return of Conor McGregor. You gotta tell me how you feeling about that fight, bro?
yeah. That was really crazy. I'm not even gonna lie, that was really crazy. I actually read that it was when it came to betters, it was like about 92% of betters that actually bet on Conor McGregor
Hmm.
to actually win, and it turns out that not to be true. It was very disappointing to see Conor um, well, first of all, it was good to see him. It's nobody like Conor McGregor, his attitude and his energy and how he, present himself.
Hmm.
I mean, he's the reason why I think, with him himself, how he's the best, fighter in combat sports. And so, as a result, you know, just to see him in a glimpse perspective back in the octagon is great, but the end result was definitely not as hoped for. Literally, the bull got hurt. Literally seconds after the second round, hyperextended his knee, and it was definitely a disappointment. Um, and I ain't gonna lie, I would be pissed off. I'm fans too, man. I paid good money to see Conor McGregor. He been out of commission for 5 years, and I didn't even get a good fight. You know what I mean? And so yeah, I feel like that this is definitely was a really disappointment for not only for the fans, but just the sports world, UFC world in general that really loves Conor McGregor because Conor McGregor, uh, he touched UFC in a major way, and um, and it's just sad that he went out, um, coming back, and he came out like this, and he got hurt, and and people feel like that their money was very wasteful. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? So that's how I feel about it. It's very disappointing. How you feel about it, bro?
Yeah, bro. I really feel the same way, bro. Very, you hit the correct word, the word of the day when it comes to Conor McGregor. Disappointing.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it was exciting in the beginning. I mean, Conor McGregor is known for all the antics, all the trash talking, and we got to see a lot of that in those face offs. But unfortunately, bro, I feel like we seen more action in the face off than in the actual fight. So it's like
Yeah.
30 seconds, 69 seconds, however you want to look at it. The, you didn't get your money's worth. I mean, you built up all this anticipation to see this fight. Everybody betting on Conor McGregor to win. Everybody looking forward to this fight just for it to be a minute long and you get hurt. Are you kidding me? Like, come on, Connor. I mean, you've been in the gym. You've been in the gym working out. How do you hurt? I understand injuries happen, but come on. At fight night, you get hurt in fight night. And you can't fight. Come on, disappointing. And then not only is it disappointing as a fan, bro, but then it makes you start to think like, can Conor McGregor actually have a comeback? Can he have a comeback? Because right now, I don't think he can have a comeback. Yo, Katie, what's up? I don't
Hey,
think
what's
he can
that,
have
man?
a
You
comeback.
doing?
I don't think he can have a comeback. I mean, who's to say that because he's supposed to have another fight this year, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, I know he's about to have surgery, so more than likely that fight is not going to happen this year. More than
Right.
likely. So now it's like, can he heal from this surgery? I don't know. Well, the surgery, it has to be on his knee or I don't know the exactly what he's getting surgery on.
Right.
But is he gonna be able to actually continue to fight, or do you think like his career is over? In your opinion?
Uh, I'm not gonna hold you. I mean, the idea of kind of coming back was really, was good. I think the idea of him coming back was actually uh not a bad idea. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean? But I mean, like you said, he's old. He's very, very old. He's not like what he was before.
Mm-hmm.
I think when you pick it back to what you were saying about how he was really hyped during this time and the promotion to this fight, you would
Mm-hmm.
think that he was ready, and he was more hype in the conferences than the fight. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? His opponent was literally chilling, but he was all like kicking and scratching like he was Bruce Lee or something like that. I'm like, brother, he didn't ring the bell yet. You all hype was on, but what? You feel me? Like so,
Mm-hmm.
like I don't know. I think with Connor, man, I think we definitely seeing the last bit of Conor McGregor. I feel like that too. Um, do we? Are we going to see another fight? We probably will, because I think because he's in contract for 2 fights, with under Dana White. So, um, but to see the old Connor, we not gonna see the old Connor. We're gonna see the old Connor when it comes to him being a hype and him his energy and all that type of stuff. But as far as like you trying to resurrect the old Conor McGregor from where he at now, that's not gonna happen. I don't see that happening because you got to remember before he even got hurt. Let's look beforehand. Let's do our homework. So in the first round, he was getting jacked up by that ball. He was getting jacked up. The ball was literally flipped him on the floor and started really pounding him and stuff like that. And so it was like, and it was when you really look at the tape, it was hard for Conor to actually come back and counter that. You know what I mean? And so uh, it makes you want to think, can Connor really like go toe to toe with these Bulls? You know what I mean? And so, um, not saying that Connor can't fight because he can fight, but but he's not where he was before. I feel like that he's trying to bring out something that he was before, when in actuality he's not, because he's older. He's not what he was, when he was 25, 26, 27. You know what I mean? I think he was trying to bring that out. That's why I think he was so hype and so, like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that the fight didn't come to him. You know what I mean? And then as a result of that, it was like, okay, you know, you know, the fight didn't really come to him. He started getting overwhelmed or get overexcited, and your opponent sees that, and so use that as an advantage to, um, to KO you, or at
Mm.
least try to KO you, and then look at you. You was going crazy, and you wanted to hurt yourself. So you know, yeah, that's how I kind of grasp that whole entire concept for real, for real.
Mm. I actually got another like question like that's
Yeah,
come like stemming off of this.
but,
Basically, do you feel like legends should just hang it up in general and not come back? Because I'm just started thinking about it like before we had Mike Tyson come out and fight Holyfield, but I felt in my opinion that fight was boring. It was a bad fight. I mean, it looked like two old men fighting each other. Um, then you have Floyd. Floyd's supposed to be coming back and fighting, but I mean, the money issues. So now that got postponed. So it's like, do you, in your opinion, do you think like these people that's already like legends, already stamped in the whatever sport they're in, do you think that they should be coming back fighting and giving poor performances? Do you think that that's gonna like hinder their legacy at all, or just not even not even their legacy, but just make them look bad?
um, well, well, I do feel like it's going to make them look bad. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Especially if you grabbing the matchups and fights that are just like, you know, like, all right, what are you doing? But
mm,
at the same time, when you really think about it, these legends are fighting because it's a money grab. You know what I mean? You look at Floyd
mm,
Mayweather, he's not going to step foot as a professional boxer. He's
yeah.
always looking for exhibitions. You know what I mean? We might not like the opponent that he's going to face, but it's not really about how we like about his opponent. It's about the money that he's trying to get for that opponent for himself. Same thing
Mm,
with Mike Tyson. You know what I mean? If Mike Tyson is going against Holyfield for a good amount of money, and he don't got to get in the ring professionally to do it, um, then why not? I don't feel like it's like a hinder to their like their legacy at all. But I mean, the way that the public views, it probably won't be a good matchup. You know what I
mm,
mean? But at the same time, those guys don't really care because it's like the money is right there. Like, you know what I mean? It like the sport of boxing is so popular right now. It's so like big right now that you can get mac dollars and top dollars. Even when you're
mm,
doing exhibition, you could thank Jake Paul for that, and he's
mm.
not even a real boxer. You know what I'm saying? And so like I feel like no matter what the matchups is, you know what I mean? We probably like it or dislike it, but it's not about that. It's about the revenue of money at the end of
Mm.
the day. And so it's like, that's how I feel about when it comes to legends coming back and fight, that coming back and fight. Unless they come out and say, all right, I'm coming back to pro boxing and prove this, that, and the third, then that's different. But you randomly see legends coming out of retirement saying I need to prove this or I need to prove that. They're usually 9 times out of 10 they're coming out back out of retirement because they feel like that they can, spawn. They can spawn. You know what I'm saying? They can spawn uh, enough a good amount enough time to like play around with these other guys for good money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's how I feel about on that side. What about you? Same thing.
Yeah, basically, I do think that's the same thing. I do think it's all a money grab, but then I also think it's like if they doing this just for money, then I start thinking like fans are gonna start realizing that, and then when you get performances like Conor McGregor just did, I think it does kind of like hurt you in a way. I don't think it's gonna ever take away from his legacy, but like you said, it is a bad look, and it's gonna hurt you for the time being. So I do think Conor McGregor can't end on this type of note. He can't end on this bad of a note. I feel like he's
Right.
gonna have to have another fight, and even if he lose, he's gonna. We just want to see Conor McGregor back in action. You feel me? Just like
Yeah.
Serena Williams. Serena Williams came back, lost, but we were just happy to
Hmm.
see her back in action. You feel me?
Right.
So
Right.
I think that does matter. Even if you're gonna do it for the money, cool. But you gotta be able to perform. At the very least, we need to be able to see you perform. Especially if you got all these people paying all this money, all these people betting on you, waiting for you. You've been going for 5 years.
Mhm.
Everybody loves Conor McGregor. He's a staple of this sport.
Yes. Definitely. Yeah.
And you come out and you lose. You lose. You get hurt in 69 seconds. That's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace, brother. So I think Legends coming back is cool. I am here for the Legends coming back. All I ask for is for the Legends to actually perform or at least try the artist. I'm not saying that Connor didn't try his hardest because he did get hurt, but we need to see more.
But but yeah, yeah, you're right though. Absolutely right. I agree 100%. You know what I mean? But I do believe that though, that we is kind of like living in a time right now, like with sports wise, that the revenue is so crazy, so much money. It's like, you know, they already know how business is this. So when, like for example, so say if a boxer comes
Hmm.
and he know that he's promoting a exhibition, but he knows that the money that he's gonna get, that the money that he's gonna get, is a guarantee whether he perform or not. A lot
Hmm.
of times things are staged. A lot of are what's the word I'm looking for? Another word for stage. Uh, Scripted.
Okay,
Scripted.
good word, good
Scripted.
word.
Yeah. That's what I say. Scripted. So let me give you an example. The Mike Tyson and Jake Paul fight.
Hmm.
They were literally giving out. Literally, Jake Paul was giving out scripted to show that look, I ain't trying to knock you out, but let's show this and the third to the people. Like you know what I mean. How we're going to do this and stuff like that. Like literally, Jake Paul was literally strategizing how to make the fight work, but we wasn't.
Hmm.
You know what I mean. But everybody was betting that Mike Tyson was going to knock him out. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Because how Mike Tyson presented himself and all that type of stuff, and then Mike actually didn't want to do that. He was saying that he was actually going to cancel the fight because Jake Paul wanted to, what I mean, wanted to script it and basically cheated off the joint, cheated off the fight. But Mike Tyson didn't want to do that. But at the same time, he eventually got over it and then did the fight. But things that Jake Paul does, he does cheat the sport of boxing, which have fans like, why are we paying for this? It's all
Hmm.
nothing but entertainment. And I ain't gonna lie, I commend Dana White because Dana White is really resurrecting boxing. He really is resurrecting boxing because the promoters that we see top fighters that we really want to see, they don't want to bring out the good fights because they're protecting of the fighter, protecting of the profits, money, revenue, all that. They don't want to do that. I mean, you look at Boots. You know what I mean? He's one of the best fighters. Me and Harris was just talking about it last week. Said Boots is one of the best fighters, and he's not getting those type of fights that we want. We keep craving for him fighting Stevenson or Haney or Ryan Garcia, but I guess
Hmm.
the people that he represented or something like that don't want him to fight those type of fights. So he fights like these corny guys or whatever the case may be. It's just it's just a bad look as a fan base, and it makes people don't want to really like engaged in boxing. That's why the zone and um and Dana White is trying to change that narrative. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Because they're trying to bring back boxing and show everybody. look, this is what boxing is supposed to be. It's not a WWE. I feel
Uh-huh.
like that when I feel like Jake Paul, he helped sports, but he also hurted sports. I feel
Hmm.
like that's my opinion. You know what I mean? Because he helped find other ways for fighters to make more money, without, being a professional, you know what I mean? But also he cheated on it as well because this ain't WWE. This ain't no, fake type entertainment joint. This entertainment, but they're really throwing blood, sweat, and tears into this. And so it's like, that's why I feel like with Jake Paul is always a for me because it's like he helped it, but he also hurted it. And so I feel like that's right there. I think that's what it kind of like really uh like um like comes in intertwined when it comes to fans and stuff like that because it's like the fans know what's real and what's not. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you, bro. I'm just
Yeah, what's
hoping
up,
that
bro?
who you talking to, brother? Brother
No, I
Harrison?
was saying D Harris. I was looking at his comments
Oh,
about him.
okay.
You said
Yeah,
you just looked at what?
I'm just hoping that it's not more people that come out of retirement that put up bad performances. And the word that you said that is engagement. I think engagement is important, even though it is fast money. I feel like the money you only get that money if the engagement is also there. You feel me? So if
Uh,
all these people keep coming out of retirement and their performances are not matching up to what the fans want, I
right.
think they will lose engagement. So I mean, hey, like we said, Conor McGregor has a chance to redeem himself. So
He does. He
we got to
does.
see it.
And I don't think that he's gonna go down like this. You know what I mean? I do believe that he's gonna come back. I mean, I don't know how he going. Like, he might knock the boy out. I don't know, but I don't think that I think what transpired with him this past weekend. I don't think he's gonna go out like that. Ain't no way. Connor can't do that. He's a notorious one. And so, you know, notorious can't go down like that. So. So I mean, we'll see what happens. Praying for a speedy recovery for Connor. You
Yes,
know what
sir.
I mean, and wishing him none the best. And hopefully, that we probably can get a fight in probably that towards the end of this year,
Hmm.
before this year ends, heading into 2027. But yeah, y'all let us know how y'all feel about Conor McGregor this past weekend, and his injury and how that whole thing kind of hurt and the game the fight and people that spent their money to watch it. Let us know your thoughts. Like I said, comments below, likes up. Let's do it. And we appreciate everybody that's engaging. And that being said, bro, what's the next topic, brother?
All
'Cause I
right,
know we
so
got
now
more.
we gonna switch over to basketball. The alien Victor Wembanyama just got a
Yeah.
contract extension. Got a contract extension. That boy got paid, but
Uh-huh.
he did take a $52 million pay cut just so that
Yeah.
the team can build around him still. How? What does that say about Wembanyama? And overall, how do you just feel about him getting extended period?
Yeah. Well, number one, he deserved to get extended. I mean, I would have done the same thing. I mean, you talking about Wembyama? I never thought that the Spurs was going to go that far to the NBA Finals. I didn't pick them to do it. I picked them to go far, but not that far. The things that he did was absolutely mind blowing. It deserves a payday for him. Absolutely, no doubt about it. He deserves it hands down. What's up, Key? What's going on? And so, and so,
What's up, Key?
You know what I mean? He definitely
Mhm.
deserved hands down. And so, um, first of all, him getting his money was a no brainer. He's the franchise of your team. You gotta pay him. And so, I think internally it was really good for for the Spurs and him and the organization. Now, you said what does it mean for him and him like taking that pay cut? Um, it shows that he really wants to win and he's willing to do whatever it takes to win. Um, this is kind of like familiar of what happened with Jalen Brown when
Mhm.
he did the same exact thing and he took a pay cut. I just
You talking
because
about you talking
I
about
mean, this is
Brown or Brunson?
Brunson, my bad, Brunson. Yeah, Brunson. Yeah, my bad, Brunson. When he took a pay cut, basically the same around the same amount of money that Wimby took the pay cut. And then look at Brunson now. He's a champion, and so the sacrifice. You know what I mean? The sacrifice that you got to do for the greater good for your team is very, very important. And I think with Wimby, they got a very special guy at Wimby, and I just hope they don't take him for granted, because he wants to do. He sees the talent, he sees what they're capable of, you know, and you know, Wimby, man, he's a force to be reckoned with. He literally carried that team. Yeah, you're right, Key. He literally carried that team to the finals, and you know what I mean. And so it's like, you gotta um what honor is due. You know what I mean? I know, no, that's a little scripture and everything, but it's the truth. But you know what I mean. But but yeah, though it definitely shows him a lot about like his character and how much he wants to win, and and doing whatever it takes to hold that trophy, and trust and believe Wimbyama is going to be a champion sometime. I don't know when, but sometime.
Like Victor Wembanyama is 101. You will never. I'm not gonna say never, but there is. I had to go on my phone and just look up how old this man is.
Mm,
This man is 22 years old, bro. He's only 22 and he got this contract extension.
yeah,
So it's like you said, it's just like Jalen Brunson, but he's doing it at a way earlier age. You feel me, bro?
yeah,
So it's like I feel like Victor Wembanyama is already, like you said, he carried the team. He's the leader of this franchise
yeah,
at 22 years old. The Spurs have a lot of young pieces on that team still. So if Victor Wembanyama is doing this at age 22, I think the rest of the young guys look at him and be like, maybe we should take them pay cuts too. You
yeah.
still got a Stephen Castle that's over there. He's gonna get paid. You got a Dylan Harper who just got drafted last year. When it's his
Mhm.
time, he's gonna get paid. So now all these people might take those pay cuts just to make the team better. So now you're setting yourself up with a little foundation of a team that's not only wants to grow together but wants to win. So we like Victor Wembanyama knows that he can't do it by himself.
Right.
Yeah, he
Right.
did join at 19. He did join at 19. That's what I'm saying. He already got a max contract at age 2022. So it's like
Mhm.
you don't a lot of young players are not making that decision to be like, oh, I want to make the team better. A lot of people would have been like, oh yeah, give me the money. But Victor Wembanyama doing this at such a young age is showing what type of guy he is. Like he said, he's a smart guy and he's a team guy.
Yeah.
I think the Spurs team will win championships because of Victor Wembanyama, because of not only his play but the decisions he's making with his money, with the money. So
It's,
yeah, bro,
it's
I
sacrifice.
this Spurs team is going to be a team to look out for eventually. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, even though they're actually a team to look out for now, but they definitely going to be a team to look out for years to come.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, absolutely, bro. When you really think about it, man, I mean, we already knew that. Wemby is the face is probably not the attempting the face in the NBA pretty soon.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, him doing this just shows like I'm coming for championships. I'm coming for rings. I'm coming, you know what I mean? That's what I'm coming for.
Mhm.
The alien is coming, and he's coming for rings. He's coming for championships. He's coming for banners. He's coming for parades. He's coming for all that. So San Antonio got a heck of a player, one heck of a player, once in a lifetime player. But I just hope that the San Antonio will do right by him.
Mhm.
Toward as he continue to go on his career. You know what I mean? Because he already has the right mindset. He has the right mindset, the right mentality, and for like you said, for a young man that's 22 years old and thinking that type of mentality, uh, you cannot take that for granted. And I know a lot of
Mhm.
people. I know a lot of people in the NBA or the NFL that have great players and have that type of mindset like Wimby, and will definitely take advantage of those people. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
so I just hope that he doesn't get taken advantage and the franchise will understand how much of a value and a centerpiece and a jewel that he is to that team. And I hope they treat him with the utmost respect, and to the point where um, he don't even gotta think about putting another uniform on. He can stay with the Spurs until his whole entire career, because I do believe that he sees himself as a Spurs for life. And so, you know, yeah, I just hope that the Spurs will do the right thing for him, like as his career progresses and continue. Feel me?
Yeah, I think they will, bro. I just look at people like Tim Duncan with the Spurs or Tony Parker. I think Wemby is going to be a legend. Not think I know he's going to be a legend for that team. So I think
Absolutely.
they view him. They view him just like that. I definitely think that his next contract that it won't be no pay cut. He's going to get paid
Yeah,
crazy. So yeah, I think they're not gonna have no problem with like treating him better, not giving him doing the right thing for him. I think they're gonna do that for sure.
yeah.
I mean, just look at it. Look at it now. I mean, at the pieces that they've been trying to put around him. I mean, like I said, they got Steven Castle, they got Dylan Harper, they got De'Aaron Fox. Even though I think that was a fail, they did get him. So it's like they are trying to put those pieces around Wimby. So it's just we got to see what else they do.
Yeah, and it's still not too late, man. I mean, it's still guys, still best a lot of good free agency players out there that they can use
Mhm.
that money that they took the pay cut to build that team. You know what I mean? And so I mean, it's not too late at all. Free agency is still up for grabs, and there's still more players that are good. And I think after this, like sentiment of what Wembanyama did, players around the league is going to be more entertained and be more encouraged to join the San Antonio Spurs. You know what I mean? Because they see something special in them. You feel me? And so
Yeah.
yeah. You know what I mean? So that's also another thing. You know what I mean? So not only that your team sees that, but the whole league look at that. You know what I mean? The NBA players look at that, and that's a plus. That means you're not a selfish guy. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So that's definitely a win for Victor and for the team. But let us know how you feel about Wembanyama, man, and his big payday, his major payday, and him taking a pay cut. How you feel about it? Do you like it? Do you dislike it? Let us know. I know the chats they've been coming down and stuff like that. And let's keep on coming it down. Keep on writing. Keep on sharing your thoughts and how you feel about every single topic we discuss. And so. Um, yeah, let's move on to another topic. That's the hottest, one of the hottest topics that we got to discuss. What is it, Sean?
Former Philadelphia Eagle AJ Brown.
Oh Lord,
Recently Tom Brady was
here
on a
we go.
podcast. Tom Brady was on a podcast with Jason and Travis Kelsey,
Uh,
and they was talking about how receivers and their diva ways of wanting the ball. Wanting the ball, you might not get the ball. You might want the ball 11 times, but you might get it 3 times. You can't be the
right.
happiest when you get the ball 11 times, and the most miserable when you get the ball 3 times. So it was really just Tom Brady giving his opinion on receivers, and really was talking about AJ Brown. So how do you feel about that? Do you think like it was a shot at AJ Brown? Do you think this is something that AJ Brown should look at in the mirror and be like, dang, I gotta change?
Um, well, if AJ Brown think that, well, first of all, first of all, if AJ Brown looked at that video and all of a sudden think that, oh, he needs to change, then he ain't learned not a damn thing. He didn't learn not a damn thing at all. I'm just keeping the whole being with you, brother. Cause like, bro, you should have been learning while you're toward the end of your time in Philadelphia. But to your question though, Tom Brady comments is definitely right on the money. I mean, you know, you could look at it as a shot towards AJ Brown, um, but I mean, it's not a shot. It's a real shot. It is a real flex because it's the truth. You talking about the greatest that ever played the game, and he said that there's going to be times where you gonna have 3 catches. There's going to be times where you're going to have 11 catches. You know, not every it's literally impossible for you to win this game in the NFL, and you're continue to target it your number one and not targeting other people. You know what I mean? That's literally impossible because defenses are scheming. They're scheming towards you because you're the best. You know what I mean? And so you out there having a temper tantrum because Devontae Smith had more touches than you, or Dallas Goddard had more touches than you. It was very childish, very childish, and the mentality that Tom Brady has, he like I told you, and like I told everybody, I said the mentality that Brady has, he basically just want to win. Like when you look at Brady and what he's done in his career, he wasn't the most talented quarterback. To be honest with you, he wasn't really the most talented, the most athletic quarterback. But one thing that the man can do was win. And and who Tom Brady symbolized that by who on today's quarterback, Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is not the talented guy throwing the football. He's not a crazy guy, but he wins. They both have the same mentality, and so it's like, you know, But yeah, what I understand, it's kind of hard for wide receivers because they get their touches by getting they get their money by the touches that they get. So I mean, it's kind of a hard situation, you know what I mean? When concerned wide receivers, um, but you got to find those receivers. That's what I'm saying. It's very rare to find receivers that are very unselfish. You know what I mean? That really don't care about stats. They just care about winning. You know what I mean? It's very hard to
Mm.
find those wide receivers in this day and age. It's really hard because they want their touches, they want their numbers, they want their stats because they want to build their legacy. You know what I mean? Because they feel like that they're the best. And no knock down to AJ Brown. I feel like that. Uh, excuse me. I feel like that. He's a great wide receiver, no doubt about it.
Mm.
I just feel like that his time was up. You know what I mean? He really displayed his whole anger and frustration that he wasn't getting the ball as much as he wanted to have. But the fact of the matter is that it wasn't. it wasn't that type of offense. It was like, okay, we're gonna find a way to win type offense. You know what I mean? And so whether you're gonna have 2, 3 yards or just one catch, he wasn't satisfied with that. He was really just focusing on his stats. And so that's why it was only right for them to go, you know, have their separate ways. Now I do believe that AJ is in a better position now, um, regarding to him and his career. You know what I'm saying? Because Drake May gonna throw that football. You know what I mean? Drake
Mm.
May is gonna give it to him all day, every day. He's number one. You know what I mean? But I guess it's just different. It's different mindsets between quarterbacks and wide receivers. But what Brady said was definitely right on the money. If you're trying to win championships, you can't be selfish. And he's shown that he was selfish, and so as a result, he had to go. You know,
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Yeah, Key, I agree. Tom gonna be honest about what he says on these pods, especially because he's a Hall of Famer. He already made it, so yeah, he's gonna be honest about it. I agree, bro. I agree. I don't think that you can be only happy when you're targeted. I feel like you get into you start playing football because of the love of the game, not because
Mhm.
of the stats. You don't get into football for stats. You get in it because you love the sport, you love the game. So whether you are getting a lot of catches, whether you're not getting a lot of catches, maybe you just blocking a lot. If you're getting the win, there shouldn't be that much of an issue, in my opinion. Now, Tom Brady didn't talk all bad about AJ Brown because he also did say that he see where receivers are coming from, and
Yeah,
he also did say that the reason why AJ Brown didn't get those targets is because the Eagles aren't a passing team, which we weren't. So, I mean, if
yeah,
Tom Brady is outside of the organization, knows that we're not a passing team, I would assume that all the people that's inside the Eagles offense knew that we wasn't a passing offense at that time.
right,
We was a run first team. We was feeding Saquon and opening up the passing game.
right.
Um, like you said, Jalen Hurts does have the same mentality as Tom Brady, as in they want to get that win. But the clear difference is they are different when it comes to that physical. Tom Brady is a better thrower of the ball than Jalen Hurts.
Absolutely,
So
absolutely.
it's a lot easier for Tom Brady to make receivers happy. But Tom Brady said it himself that there's been times where he wasn't able to get everybody the ball. So what you gonna be mad at the GOAT? I don't think so. You're not gonna be mad at him.
Yeah,
So I feel like AJ. I will say AJ didn't get the ball a lot of games. He didn't get the ball. I will say that. But it was a lot of games where he did get the ball.
right.
You feel me? And there's a lot of games that we gave him the ball and we ended up losing. So I'd rather us win with him not catching the ball that much rather than him catching the ball all a lot and losing. Because at the end of the day, it's about seeding for the playoffs. It's about getting wins. That's the name of the game.
Yeah.
Win, winning. You gotta win. You can't have stats and lose because where does that get you? Right next to me on the couch.
No, for
You don't go
real,
far.
for real.
Otherwise, he'll be on that sideline reading that book, catching attitudes.
Real rap.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I do agree that the Patriots is probably a better fit for what AJ Brown wants. If he wants the ball 10 plus times, I think the Patriots will give him that they will give him that opportunity. Considering Drake May loves to throw the ball, considering he's going back to his old coach and Mike Vrabel, who loves AJ Brown.
Mhm.
So they're gonna make sure that he touches the ball every single game. So he will get what he wants. Let's see if that helps him get to a championship though. Because when he did it our way, he got a championship.
Yeah, I already know what you're gonna do with the Patriots way. It ain't gonna turn out to be a ring. I already know that. I already know that, brother. I mean, that's just me. You gonna have a heck of a stats. You gonna have a heck of a numbers. But he ain't getting that ring. I guarantee you that. He ain't getting that ring, brother. He ain't getting that ring. He ain't getting that ring. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? But I mean, yeah, yeah. You're absolutely right, man. I just, you know what I mean. I just feel like that, when it comes to all that, it just, it's just kind of crazy, But you heard what I said though, right?
No, I say it again, bro.
Nah, I said, he gonna get them stats. He ain't getting that ring. He ain't gonna get that ring.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, he
I
ain't gonna
agree.
get that ring. Yeah, he ain't gonna get that ring. No, he gonna get the numbers. He gonna get the numbers. He definitely gonna get them, but he ain't gonna get that ring. But you know, and then I know what Brady was saying on the pod that he feel like that on their platform. I feel like he does say that it's going to work out with both parties, and he feel like that both parties is going to succeed this year. And so but the thing about it is, I feel like that when you talking about both parties, what are you talking about? You talking about AJ Brown going to succeed, or the New England Patriots going to succeed? Cause and then you also got to take it.
I think AJ.
Yeah, just AJ. Yeah, I feel like me too. But you also got to take into consideration too, man. Jalen Hurts. It's crazy because I actually just before we even got on live, I found out that he was not top. I think 15 quarterback of all time. The disrespect of Jalen Hurts is really unbelievable. It's unbelievable. You're talking about a guy who been going on 7 years, right, as a starter, right? Never missed
Hmm.
the playoffs. My bad. I was gonna say championship. I wish, but but yeah, playoff. Playoffs. Went to the Super Bowl twice, lost one, won one, was Super Bowl MVP. Outplayed Patrick Mahomes in both of those Super Bowls, and only lost Patrick Mahomes one time. Beating Lamar one time, beating Joe
Hmm.
Burrow twice, beating Joe. I mean, not Joe Burrow twice. Joe Burrow once. Josh Allen twice. You know what I mean? You talking about a guy that's continued to win. You know what I mean? No matter what y'all people say, oh yeah, you winning because of this, you winning because of that. It's a W at the end of the day. You feel me? And I'm sick and tired
Hmm.
of these people keep disrespecting this man. And this is just another roadblock. You know what I mean? Because yeah, it's just ridiculous. And not only that, throughout that whole process, he has not had stability at all in the National Football League at all. You look at all them other quarterbacks; they have the same coach, they have the same OC, they have the same offensive scheme. This man gets offensive schemes each and every year. You know how hard that is as a quarterback. You literally learn every year. You're learning a different a system each and every year. That's hard as a quarterback, and he's doing it with such grace and poise and stuff like that. That's why I think that's one of the main reasons why Tom Brady loved Jalen Hurts so much is because whatever the challenge is, he's gonna go up and rise up to the occasion and to the top. You know what I mean? And he's not gonna show down for it. He's not going back down. He's gonna do what he got to do. You feel what I'm saying? And so like I don't know, just yeah, I feel like that hurts. As I feel like that hurts is actually is in a not in the best position when it comes to him being a quarterback and improving and everything like that. Like throughout
Hmm.
his whole entire career. But one thing he has shown that regardless of what happened, he's always gonna show up to win. Period. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, and I ain't gonna lie, I think that the offense is gonna be a lot more better. I think he's gonna be a lot more freer instead of him, AJ Brown, all up in his ear. Give me the ball, give me the ball, give me the ball, give me the ball. It's annoying. Nobody want to hear that. You feel what I mean? And so, I mean, and then you see, then you see the whole offense with the Florida. They all there golfing, training, all that. You feel me? And so
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's just sad how everything turned out. You know what I mean? Like with the breakup with AJ because I ain't gonna lie, I was one of those people that thought AJ was gonna stay as an Eagle for until he was done. I ain't gonna hold you. I thought he was one of those guys. I ain't gonna lie. But hey, it don't be like that. But but it's just you know, what he needs to realize. I hope that AJ learned his lesson throughout all this. But he definitely made it bad on himself by reading books on the sideline, doing all that kind of crap. He definitely made it bad on himself. They're like, yo, like what is this dude doing? You know what I mean? And so, um, you know what I mean? And so it's like, I hope he definitely learned his lesson, and you know, and hope he listened to Tom Brady because it might be times in games where he in New England where he just don't get targeted. I mean, you talking about the AFC? It's literally like two or three teams in the AFC that has one of the top five best defense. So of course, if you got a best defense, you know what I mean, like Houston, like Denver, of course they're gonna be all over AJ Brown. You feel me? So
Hmm.
I just, well, I just,
Yeah.
I just can't wait to see how he gonna handle that. How you gonna handle that?
Right. Well, I mean, according to AJ wants that, so we gonna see this year.
And we're gonna see it. Yeah, we're gonna see it. But let us know how y'all feel about the GOAT and his comments, response about the whole entire AJ Brown and Eagle situation and drama and stuff like that. Let us know how you feel. Do you think Brady's right? Do you think he's wrong? Um, let us know how you feel about that. And so uh,
Hmm.
yeah, true Eagles fans saw a change. Yeah, yeah, it needs to be a change. Shoot, we were so predictable. Yeah, we were so predictable. God, Lee, I'm glad Sean Manning there. Lord Jesus. But yeah, what's the next topic, brother? On the pod.
Um, we're gonna stay on football. We're
Stay
gonna
on
actually
football.
stay in the NFC as well. Um, a guy is flirting with the idea of coming out of retirement, and his name is
Yeah,
Aaron Donald. The Rams have made a lot of moves this offseason, specifically on that defense. They got a corner and Trent McDuffie, and then they got the best free agent out there and Miles Garrett. So, how do you feel about Aaron Donald potentially coming out of retirement? And I know we've talked about this before, but it's starting to become and feel more
more reality.
realistic.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. Um. Aaron Donald. I mean, how? First of all, how old was Miles Garrett? Like 30?
Yeah, Miles Garrett probably like third.
30, 30. Okay, so they about like 5 years apart. So, yeah. If this man come back, um, I expect the Rams to go to the Super Bowl. No, 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 no. Matter of fact, if he comes back, I expect them to. Yo, what's up, Carlos? What's going on, dog? I said if he goes if he
You.
goes to the if he go Rams. If he comes back, I expect him to go to the NFC Championship. Nothing more, nothing less. There's no excuse after the go Eagles. That's right. There's no excuse after the moves that you made with Trent Duffy and all those other guys and putting things in position, and then you go get a crazy guy in Miles Garrett, and then possibly having another edge on the other end, Aaron Donald. That duo is going to be crazy. He's going to be wrecking the league. It's the truth. I hate saying it, but it's the truth. Everything in me don't want to say it. I'm telling you this right now. Everything in me don't want to say
Right.
it, but it's the truth. Huh?
Hey, Los said we scared, and I'm not gonna lie. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm not afraid to admit it. If
Um,
Aaron Donald, I am scared.
I mean, I'll say this. I mean, I'll say this. I'll say this. I'm gonna say this, brother. If Aaron Donald comes back, how are we gonna do something? I'm telling you that right now, and I'm not afraid because it's gonna be a max. It's gonna be a Max Crosby. Gonna be an equal.
He and my only
I ain't
thing with
worried
that
about
is,
that.
bro, that's all good. Getting Max Crosby is good for sure, but that has nothing to do with blocking Miles Garrett and Aaron Donald.
Well, I mean, yeah. Then they lost. Then they lost their offensive legendary coach. Man, Jeff Stoughton.
Yeah,
God,
so it's like
man.
you feel me. All getting Max Crosby does, if we do get him, which I believe we will get him, all it does is make it a defensive game. So
Yeah,
it's like who offense is going to be better.
offense
That's what it's going to
or
end up
defense.
coming down to,
Well, yeah, true that.
or
Well,
or
I
who
mean,
or who defense is better. You right.
well, yeah. Well, if you put it that way, you know,
Mhm.
who do you trust more in a playoff game? Is it Jalen Hurts or Matthew Stafford? And to be honest with you, I trust more Jalen Hurts. I'm gonna keep it whole being with you. Jalen, Jalen, hey, how you doing? And so, Jalen Hurts has proven time and time again that he can live up to the big moment in any game. It don't matter who he faces. You know what I mean? Matthew Stafford, he has the capability, but it's been showing the past couple years that he couldn't, get the job done. You know what I'm saying? Uh, it's safe to say that Jalen Hurts been doing it consistently. You know what I mean?
I agree. I agree with that statement, but I will also say that it's been proven when you get pressure on Jalen Hurts makes bad plays. So when
I
we
mean,
played the
he definitely got
Buccaneers,
better.
when we played the Buccaneers and the Buccaneers send all those blitzes, it affects Jalen Hurts. We see it time and time again. The only I don't think the Rams is going to have a lot of blitz. I think the combination of Miles Garrett and Aaron Donald is enough. And then you still got to think that they still have Braden Fisk, who's a good young player that they
Yeah, I
drafted in the
like
second
him.
round,
I do
and
like
they got another DN. I can't think of his name. I think his last name is Young though. He's pretty good. So it's like I think that D line with just four can put pressure on any quarterback in this league. So it's gonna be hard. And then I start thinking about it because yeah, we got Lane Johnson, but who's gonna get Aaron Donald? You could say Landon Dickerson, but Aaron Donald doesn't have to match up or line up on that side. He can go to that right guard position, and that I have no confidence in the right guard right now. I'm just gonna be honest, brother. I don't have no confidence in our right guard. Not against not
I'm
against Aaron
sorry,
Donald at
y'all.
least.
He
Go ahead,
told me
bro.
down. I got
Our
no
right guard
comment.
is still Tyler Steen, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Steen don't know what to do with Aaron Donald, bro. Shit, bro.
Yo, well, I hope and pray that they don't put Steen in that position. They should be smart enough not to do that. But, but they should be smart enough not to do that. I'm not gonna lie to you. What's up, bro? What's up, Greg? What's happening,
Yo,
bro? It's all
bro.
right, bro. You right on time, brother. Never late, right on time. No, but yeah, though, I hope they don't do that. I pray to God they don't do that. If they do that, then I already know how this season gonna be. but no, I mean, yeah, you know what's crazy? I am a little nervous. I am a little nervous, only because Jeff Down not there no more, and he knows how to finesse stuff. You know, he was a real good at scheming offensive line guys to and put them in
Mhm.
position to succeed. You feel what I mean? That's the only thing that I'm kind of concerned about, that Jeff Down is not there no more, and I don't know this new offensive coordinator. I mean, line coach to really make me feel confident to say, okay, he can hold these guys can hold these two guys long enough while Jalen's in the pocket that he can throw whatever he want to
Mhm.
throw to. You know what I'm saying? We haven't seen his game. You know what I mean? This is just the beginning of the season. So that's the one thing that I'm nervous about. That's what I'm really nervous about, is that the departure of Jeff Stoughton, is that going to really hurt the offensive line? Now, I mean, they did got the ball, Markel Bell or something like that. I believe that he's going to be a
Mhm.
star in this league. Yeah, Markel Bell, that's his name, right?
Yeah, yeah, I know what
Yeah,
you're talking about.
yeah. And they got a couple other offensive linemen. You know what I mean? That they can learn from Landon Dickerson, Joy Malata, and also Lane Johnson. Um, yeah, it's just the coaching. It's just the coaching and the positioning. That I'm concerned about, because I wouldn't be concerned if Jeff Stalin was still there, because he Jeff already knows that Tyler Steen will not be right there guarding Aaron Donald. He know he got enough sense to not do that. He got enough sense to not do that. And I hope and pray that the new offensive coordinator, offensive lineman, will not do that, because Philly gonna be crazy if that happens. Well, Philly gonna go ballistic if that happens. But that's the one thing that I'm really kind of concerned about. I'm not really concerned about the offensive line. I mean, because when you look at the offensive line, I mean they had a down year. I mean, that's just the bottom line. They all had a down year. Everybody was hurt.
Mhm.
I feel like that they're back to themselves. Landon Dickerson had his surgery. He's focused on getting healthy. Um, Judging by the offensive linemen and people and everything like that, they're getting bitter, they're getting stronger, they're getting faster and all that type of stuff. Enjoying a lot of all of them, and so I feel like that they're going to get back to their normal self. It's just the scheming part that's going to get me like, okay, all right, who's going to guard who, especially in the playoffs? Because 9 times out of 10, we're going to go against them in the playoffs. 9 times out of 10, it's going to happen. So you know what I mean. So how I'm wondering and curious of how they're going to positioning those guys to what I mean, to the right type of matchup. So what I mean. So I don't know how they're going to do it. They probably put another man in or something like that. I don't know, but that's what I'm really curious about, is how they're going to position these people, these linemen, especially when they go against those guys. If Aaron Donald even come back, so. Uh,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's what I'm really kind of concerned, the positioning part and the departure of Jeff Stout. That really got me nervous. But, you know, I guess in Howie we trust.
yeah. That's all we can do is trust, brother.
You know what I mean? But I'm gonna say this though. If Aaron Donald do come back, Howie make that call. Howie needs to make that call. It's gonna happen because, first of all, we got screwed over. We got screwed over by Miles Garrett. It's been over a year since Howie Wills been trying to get not Max Crosby, Miles Garrett, and the fact that the Rams got Miles Garrett is absolutely a travesty. And I know he mad because of that, because Miles should have been an Eagle for real, for real. And so I called. They called to who? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean, Greg? But you know what I mean. Like,
He talking about to to Max Crosby.
yeah, the Matt Crosby. Yeah, the Matt Crosby. You know what I mean? And so you should go get baptized. I can't wait till the season starts, bro. I can't wait, bro. Oh my gosh. I can't wait. We literally less than 2 months away, bro. I'm excited. Like, go find Jesus. I got Jesus. I got Jesus. But you know what I mean? But no, man, but that's what I'm saying. Like, how we do definitely do this stuff because there's no way that, you know, there's no way that I think Jonathan Garland is a good, defensive end, absolutely. I think he's doing absolutely.
Mhm.
But at the same time, I know you were saying, I think, well, last week or the weekend after, a couple weeks ago, you were saying that this was Nolan Smith proven year. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? This is Nolan Smith proven year. Now, my thing is like this: if I'm getting Max Crosby and Nolan Smith is a part of the deal, get that, bump that. You going to Las Vegas. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
but I refuse to believe that if Aaron Donald do come back, that Howie will not pull the trigger on Crosby. It's hard to believe that. What I think whether he comes back or not, I think he's going to pull the trigger. So but if he does come back, he definitely got to do it.
Yeah, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? We said you don't think you're placing high expectations on Howie, expecting him to do blockbuster trades. Well, brother, I'm gonna answer that question. I'm gonna answer that question. I'm gonna try to answer it with humility. I'm gonna try to answer it with humility. Well, I'll say this: the Eagles organization, they are built different. When you look at the Philadelphia Eagles and you look at their roster, it's a win now situation. They're in a Super Bowl window. You know what I mean? So everything is win now. It's not rebuilding. You get what I'm saying? So when Howie does what he does, when he drafts the way that he does it for a certain reason because he's trying to build a dynasty, right? So you know what I mean, right? So you know what I'm saying? Am I right? Right.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So as a result, it's like, okay, you got to do whatever you got to do to win. Period. And so him making these blockbuster trades during this and the third, you got to do it because it's win now. You know what I mean? You can't keep those guys, forever. If you able to grab them in their peak year, just grab them, and because they could be the piece till you get another championship. It's all about positioning. That's the same thing the Rams were doing. They grabbed Miles Garrett. They grabbed Trent McDuffie. They grabbed all those other guys. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because they're trying to get another championship. But the only difference is between the Rams and the Eagles that Howie does that on a consistent basis because he wants to win at a high level each and every year. He his mentality every year is always try to go to the Super Bowl every year. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
So yeah. But yeah, let us know how you feel about Aaron Donald coming back. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah. So yeah, so let us know how you feel about Aaron Donald. Him possibly coming back to the Rams. Do you like it? Do you dislike it? We're going to follow up more to the story as the season progresses because we are really close to training camp. And so I'm very, very excited because the countdown is really, really on for the NFL. And I'm very, very excited. And so we're going to continue to talk about more about the NFL as we get closer and closer to week one. And so I think there's one more topic that we had to discuss, right, brother?
Yeah. One more topic.
One more time. Go ahead, brother.
Um, yeah, yeah. Well, we talked about boxing, we talked about football, we talked about basketball. We're going to jump into baseball now. If you
Mm,
didn't know, the All Star game is in Philadelphia this year.
yeah,
So tonight, I think around 8 o'clock, they have the home run derby. If I'm not
they
mistaken,
do.
that's how you been. Yeah.
Hmm.
So we want to talk about who do you think is going to win that? In your opinion, I mean, it's in Philly. Might as well let's talk about it. Who you think? Who you think is going to win?
Well, let's get something straight now. Um, the All Star game is in Philadelphia. Somebody that's a member of the Philadelphia Phillies better win tonight. I'll tell you that right now. I don't want to see nobody that's not have a Philly uniform that's going to hold that trophy. You got to bring that back to Philly. Um. Uh. Okay. Oh yeah, Keith said Kyle. Okay. Who participated in the Derby? So who participated? I know it's Kyle, Bryce Harper. Who else? Are you looking it up now?
Yeah, I'm about to look it up.
Yeah,
Let me
I
see.
forgot. It was supposed to be that bull from the Dodgers, that Chinese bull. I forgot his name though, but he disqualified himself because I think he got injured or something like that. Um, but yeah, though. I know two. Yeah, Junior. Yeah, Junior. So yeah,
You
yeah, yeah. You know what I mean? So, um, I mean, when you look at the home runs that they've been doing with Kyle and Bryce Harper, when you look at it, they actually got the one of the top most home runs during the season right now. You know what I mean? It's Kyle and Bryce Harper, and so when you really think about it, when you see it, I'm excited. You know what I mean? Because you got two Philadelphian players that's going to go for the Derby tonight. Um, you know what I mean? And so there's some good players too. Um, but you got it. Oh yeah, Junior, Jordan Walker, Bryce Harper. Um, Oh yeah, Jack. Yeah. So it's Ben Rice. Okay. So yeah. So this is a good amount of people that participate in tonight's running derby. So yeah, bro. So I'm expecting at least one of those Phillies player to come out on top tonight. What do you think, bro?
Yeah, bro. I agree. I think Kyle's gonna come out the win.
Okay.
I think Kyle for the win tonight. I mean,
Okay.
like you said,
Because
I
I had
mean
Price.
they're used to hitting those home runs in the city. They're used to the stadium. They got their spots. I think Kyle for the win. I wouldn't be surprised if Bryce Harper won though, but I do think Kyle for the win.
I want Bryce to win. You know why I want Bryce to win?
Why?
Because of all the speculation that they said that he's washed, that he's no good, that he's not an all-star player, that he's not what he used to be, that he's just not a he's just not the guy no more. All that crap
Yeah.
that they were saying toward about Bryce Harper. I want Bryce Harper to get there, get in that park, that Citizens Bank Park, and start hitting dimes. That's what I want to see. I'm gonna see it tonight. I want to see that, brother. I want to show it because Harper is still that man. I don't care what nobody say.
You
Harper
gonna
is
you
still
gonna
that man. Huh?
you gonna be tuned in?
Yeah, absolutely. I probably won't watch the whole thing, but I probably won't watch the whole thing. But I'll tune into some of the stuff. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, are you gonna tune in?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna tune in.
Yeah, He said is want the Phillies to win the World Series. I would love them to win the World Series. I would love to win them to win the World Series. What do you think about that? That answer, I mean, that question that Greg said.
Um, yeah, I want the Phillies to win the World Series too. I felt like they should have won last time, but I feel like this team is built together. I think this team has shown resilience throughout the season, especially starting off with the record they had, getting rid of Rob Thompson. I think this team is ready to win a World Series. I think a lot of Phillies fans is ready to win. So
Yeah, they lost it. Oh, yeah, they did. LA tough though.
yeah,
Yeah, the Dodgers are tough.
no, they are tough. Yeah, I
Not
mean, I
you.
think LA ended up winning that. They won the whole thing that year.
Well, what I tell you though, bro, I want them to inquire Mike Trout. I want them to get Mike Trout. I mean, that's just me. It's my opinion. I feel like they're trying to get over that hump because I don't think they have. To me, I don't. Well, I feel like they can go toe to toe with the Dodgers, but the Dodgers got a lot. They got a lot, bro. Man, they got a lot. You know what I mean? So I mean, mm,
No, I don't think I watched that game.
Trout. He said Trout stay hurt though. I mean, the thing about it is like I feel like Trout needs a new scenery. He needs a new scenery. He been with how long you been with the Angels? Like over 10 years? He been in like over 10 years though, right? Yeah, he been I think he been with the Angels for over 10 years, right?
I'm about to look it up.
I know it was over seven. You say his whole career. I feel like they need to change the scenery. I feel like that if he comes to Philadelphia, I mean, first of all, he loves Philadelphia. That's his hometown, and so like, I think he'll be cool.
He's been there for 17 years.
17 years.
Yeah.
Y'all think
Yeah.
every good player should come to Philly? I'm crying. No, not every good player. Not every good player. Not every good player. There's some players that are real good that we don't want them to play in Philadelphia. He said LeBron, Aaron Donald, Baker. Well, hold, time out. Aaron Donald not playing with us. I'm cracking up. LeBron, Max Crosby, Mike Trout, y'all killing me. You got something to say about that, Sean? Yeah.
well, Aaron, besides Aaron Donald, the other two are true though. Let's be honest. Do we want them to play for us, or do they want to play for us? I think they want to play for us.
Yeah.
LeBron wants to play for Philly. Come on.
We
Mike
get
Trout loves
there.
Philly.
He does love
Max
Philly.
Crosby is always talking. Max Crosby, every post Max Crosby make has an eagle in it.
Yeah.
The man thinks he's an eagle. He wants to be an eagle. If he thinks he's an eagle, he wants to be an eagle.
And then not to mention, if you go back to his podcast, he said how much he loved the atmosphere of Philadelphia, and he wish that he wants to play in that type of atmosphere. So I mean, Philly is a sports town. It's the truth, brother. He said, "No, man, it's the truth." He said, "Brian not moving to Philly." I don't know, bro. I got a feeling he gonna come to Philly, bro. I just got a feeling. I got a feeling it might happen. I ain't gonna lie.
We gonna bring We gonna bring Bron to Philly. We gonna bring Bron to Philly, and we'll tell little Bronny he can come to Philly too.
No, you keep that little run. Nah, you keep that little run. But,
We'll bring
y'all
y'all back.
don't need him. Y'all don't need him. Tell him to stay in LA. Tell him to stay in LA, bro. He need to learn how to develop. He can't mess with them young. He can't mess with the Sixers, bro. They trying to win now. Too much pressure on the little man. Nah. Yeah, let him stay in LA. They in rebuild mode. Let him stay in LA. He
It's too
said
much
Philly
pressure on
is
the
a
little
great
bro.
sports town. One of the best sports town in the world. They are. It's the truth. That's what I'm saying, bro. When you look at superstars, right, Greg? I'm talking specifically to you, bro. When you look at superstars and you tell and they share their story about their experience about playing in Philadelphia or playing against Philadelphia, they say it's a great experience because they never experienced a atmosphere like that because Philadelphia, we live, eat, and breathe sports. You know what I mean? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, Philadelphia is just different. You know what I mean? Like, they literally like bleed for this. Like, you know what I mean? And so they love that. I mean, as a star in the league or something like that, you should be able to cherish that, and that will actually attract stars to come to Philadelphia because you know what I mean? Because Philadelphia will bring that energy 1,000%. You feel what I mean? He said it's toxic too. I, I can't speak for the people that be drawing, but I mean, toxic in what way? I mean, Sean, how you be toxic?
I mean, it can be toxic, but it's not as bad as those Knicks fans.
No, for real. They be throwing people in the trash cans and all that.
He said they booed Kobe at the All Star game. Yeah, I mean, we booed Santa Claus too.
I
Hey,
mean,
we
well,
just keep it real.
yeah. Kobe, he's from Philly, but he wasn't representing the East. So if you don't represent the East, you represent the West, and you and the other team, of course we're gonna boo you. I mean, that's just the reality. You know what I mean? If you're not part of us, then you know, then and we ain't got too much to say to you. We ain't got too much to say to you. But I ain't gonna lie. I feel like that Philly fans sometimes they do kind of get kind of crazy though. But it's not all the time. It's definitely not all the time. He said, "Yeah, the Knicks fans, yeah, they are terrible. I ain't gonna lie, they definitely are terrible." But yeah, man, let us know how y'all feel about tonight's Derby special All Star game live in Philadelphia. I know it's packed down there in Center City. But yeah, let us know how you feel about it and your comments down below, and how you express about the Phillies and the upcoming All Star game that's coming tomorrow as well. That being said, I think our time is up. We went past our time, but
Yeah,
we had to because the return of the man, the legend.
yes sir,
The man, myth, the
yes
legend,
sir,
Sean. Go ahead, talk, brother.
yes sir. First episode back from vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we that's how we first episode come 83 minutes. Hey, I'm I told you earlier, bro. I was ready. I've been ready to come back. It's been a week. It was a week away.
Nah,
Now I'm back. I'm
absolutely.
back.
Absolutely. We glad to have you back, man. Real rap. You know what I mean? That means he's fully rested. I mean, we doing a double overtime work. Feel me? And also, we also, one thing about us and with the Word Sports Podcast, we also let you know everything that we don't never cheat, we don't never hide anything. We always tell you like it is. And so very soon, we are actually going to bring some new software and stuff like that to the live to make it better, to upgrade this stuff really soon. And um, also NFL is about to come back, and so it's about to come back. So we're actually going to do content to the fans and all that type of stuff. You know what I mean? And so we're gonna let you know all that type of stuff. And the lives, our lives is actually going to be changed. It's going to be different. I told you that before. But as we get closer to the season that's quickly progressing, we're going to tell you that we might have like late night games, like late night lives on Sunday nights. We get tuned in and share, stuff like that. And so we're going to give you all the information. We're going to tell you everything that you need to know. But yeah, bro, what's the word podcast? We're growing. We are absolutely growing each and every day. And so I want to thank all of y'all for spreading the word and sharing and loving on us and liking. And the likes has definitely been going up recently. It's really been amazing. I appreciate it. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. We do not take that for granted, and we want to give y'all the best of the best, as much as we possibly can. We uh, love what we're doing. We crave what we're doing. We cherish what we're doing, and the fact that y'all continue supporting us and stuff like that. We just want to give y'all the very best, as we continue to climb this ladder together. Not just us. Y'all coming with us too in every step of the way. And so we appreciate all y'all. And yeah, anything you want to say, Sean, before we dip on out?
Yeah, like Manny said, we appreciate y'all. We appreciate the love y'all and the support. Um, keep watching us grow, keep growing with us. It's a lot of stuff for y'all to be tuned into. It's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of things we ain't get into yet. It's a lot of things that I feel like y'all gonna like, especially with the season coming out. Whether that's
Yeah,
us coming outside, whether that's us giving a little bit of the coverage of the game or our opinions on games. There's a lot of things that we got coming in. There's a lot of things coming.
yeah, real big things are coming. And yeah, Greg, to answer your question, we definitely gonna be outside. Yeah, I can't wait for the season, bro. To answer your question, bro, we definitely gonna be outside. First game of the season, Eagles versus Commanders, 4 o'clock. We definitely gonna be outside doing content and stuff like that. And so, um, get ready, man, because what's the word is we going out in them streets. They gonna know who we are. They know about us online, but they gonna see us in person. Yeah, so I'm very excited. So I'm very excited about that. But enjoy y'all Monday. Enjoy y'all Monday. We appreciate all y'all that take our time and out of y'all day and just hang out with us and talk with us and join us. We do not take it for granted. At tailgating on the pod, heck, let's do it. Let's do it. I'm down with it. You down with it, Sean?
Yeah, we can do some tailgating.
Yeah, we do some tailgating. Absolutely. I'm down with that. Definitely down with that. We definitely outside this football season. But yeah, we appreciate all y'all. We thank y'all for tuning in, and we back here Wednesday. Wednesday, same place, same time, and you already know, we back at it with strength, full strength. This is What's the Word Sports Podcast. It's your boy Manny,
It's your boy Sean.
and we out. Take care, y'all. God bless. Take it easy, y'all. Be
Yes,
safe.
sir.